Hello fam, I'm MUCIAN from MUCIAN's Lifestyle and Gary Films Production. Today I would love to share some of the ideas that I wish I knew before I left a graphics institute. Maybe these are like ideas that will help you improve as a creative person. Okay, before maybe you leave a graphics institute, an institution that nurtures you to become maybe a creative person. Okay, so I think you need this information as someone in the creative institute. Before you leave, you need to realize that these are things that are basically demanded either at workplace or maybe by your clients. Okay, and you have to bear with them. So okay, so that is basically, that is it. The first one that challenges is you happen to find that yes, they happen to appreciate your work, but at times you have to give discounts and you have to like offer out some free stuff. Okay, so as a person who is just joining the industry, you find that the budget of everything is a little bit high and you need to compete with people who are using high-tech gadgets. Say I'm a videographer, I would like people now ranking in 80k, some are even approaching 16k. Okay, yet those things, because I do not own them, let me say you are in campus and you do not own them, or an institute, so you want to like start your career off. Okay, so most of these people would want to see what you have to offer, so they are not ready to give you that huge budget, but they want to see great work out of you and they want to see great machines on your set when they happen to come to you to shoot for them. Okay, so with that, at least I would say be you first of all. Then the other thing is to overcome that challenge before you leave campus. Okay, try to team up with your colleagues, then find where you can like go to those studios, work on certain projects, maybe as volunteers. Besides working as volunteers, you also get connections whereby you could happen to get some machines at a cheaper price to start off your career, meaning that you can start off your career before you leave maybe that creative institute, or before you leave that creative campus where you're studying from. So endeavor to see that you get into contact with already people that are living or that are already doing work in the field. You could storm some studios as a creative, like as a volunteer. So you show them your ID, you show them what like you are studying. Okay, they can accept you in. So once you are disciplined and you're active, because you may come to join as a volunteer, you're not ready to lift lights, you're not, you're not ready to like do some hustle around the studios, so it basically means they will get rid of you and rather employ someone and get to know that maybe we are paying this person a fixed amount, but is doing great. Then maybe second I would put into consideration is in the real maybe in the real world, clients need someone who is speedy, so they need accurate work, but they don't want you to take time, a lot of time, as you work on a certain project. So someone comes demanding a design from you, he wants it to get to be done in either 10 minutes or 5 minutes. You get that? So if you are not always like researching, you do not have any time to research. You have now to design, to rely on your head and put out work, put out material. So that precious time that you have in campus, or that precious time that you like have at home playing video games, playing, I'm not saying that is not right, but reduce on it and also have some time to invest in what you are studying. Okay, because once you leave maybe campus, forcefully you're going to be forced to like reduce that time that you were spending, maybe sleeping, out with friends, to like dedicate it for your work. But what are you going to put across? What are you going to give your clients? Because you have no research, you have no any creativity, because creativity comes with the time. Creativity comes with you trying different designs and looking at different designs, or getting inspired by people who are already doing something in the field. Okay, then third, I would consider saying that you should, the real world needs you to like be self-reliant in a way that you can like research is crucial. Okay, so, and you find that most of, like, I will give an example of graphics companies. You find that you're given a job and you're given free Wi-Fi. What does that mean? That basically means that you have to like utilize that internet. You research a lot. Okay, so how do you see if you make your research in your free time at campus? Because you may find that you have one lecture or two lectures a day, each is 2 hours over 3 hours with your lecturer, and you find maybe your lecturer occupies, or a tutor occupies, like, okay, 2 hours, and leaves you the whole day, over half a day to you. Then you do nothing. Maybe you do just that work he has left you, then you do not do any research. So that is the time you have for research. When you get to the field, it basically means that you are going to pour off what you have been researching about. I'm not saying that you have no time to research when you're in the field, but you would have more time to research and improve when you're still at what? At campus, or at any institute of the graphics what? I mean at any institute of learning your creativity. Okay, then maybe the other thing I would talk about is um, you should be patient. You should be patient too, maybe, and a little bit to, not even a little bit, but you should be patient, tolerant, and resilient, in a way that some clients are nagging. So you happen to make a design, then after this client is like, change this, but he's the one who gave you that idea, so he's like, change this, then change this. So if you are short tempered, then you may chase off that client. This same client may, like, that is it, you should be at least tolerant with some clients. You have to keep calm. That is one of the way that you could manage maybe the field. Then you should also manage to see that you run away from the negative environment, because as a creative person you have to be well updated. Okay, make research, believe in you, then always at least have maybe a phone. Like if you happen to see me, with my phone, so if I maybe get inspired with a melody, so I can just turn on my recorder and just sing that melody and keep it, because once I leave here, like that mood, maybe that feel would go off the moment I leave here. Okay, so me always being equipped, like taking utilization of every moment, helps me become better and improve for a greater what position. Okay, then okay, so run away from where you see that it is more of a negative environment, friends that make it a little bit negative, because when you do your research and you find out that you have to take a certain step, there are those people that will remain locked, because most of the times the fast goers, the initial step takers, are the people that benefit in everything. So if you take that initial step, okay, then you will benefit. But if you wait to see from others, then you will get discouraged, because the other person may not tell you why he failed. You get, he won't tell you why he failed, but will show you that it is not what possible. But just imagine if something is impossible, then it means if you respect some principles, it is possible. Because he failed to respect them, that is why he failed. Okay. Then you have to keep learning. That is why I say most of the times you would have a principle that every week you dedicate over certain hours, you reduce certain hours, or you give yourself a task of researching. Let me say a week has 7 days, so maybe you say that every Sunday evening I'm taking 5 hours of self-enriching myself, making research, okay, about what you do, about what you love, how to manage your content, manage your finances as a creative, manage